You see, over the years, I've come across certain people who, these people are brilliant, very diligent, and very committed to what they do. But for some reason or the other, they seem not to be hitting the mark. And perhaps that seems to be your story. In other words, you abide by every rule in the playbook. You do everything that is required of you to do as it pertains to, or as far as succeeding in any venture is concerned, but it just seems to be that it doesn't seem to work out. Perhaps this diagnosis that I'm about to share with you is the reason why, or is the last thing left for you to change if you're going to excel at any given thing. And that particular thing is the concept of self-sabotage. In other words, you're selling yourself short even before you start. And the truth is that self-sabotage is not just only conveyed in your speech, but also it starts with your mind and followed up by your actions. I'll share a very interesting story. Many years ago, after just my dad had passed away, me and my brother and my sisters, we sat my mom down and we're like, okay, fine, dad has passed away, but you're very young. What do you want to do with your life? And one of the things that she said that really touched my heart was the fact that she was afraid, not because she's not gifted, but she was afraid that as a result of the patterns of certain things that didn't work as they planned it to work out, she felt that maybe the future wasn't going to give out what she desired. Quite recently, I was in conversation with a young guy and I was having the chat. I said, what's stopping you from starting what you're doing? He said, but, and that but is what I'm about to address with you today. You see, self-sabotage has shortened people's lifespan. And when I mean lifespan now, not in terms of human existence, but the tenacity for them to see through what they want to see excel. And so for any builder who wants to see what they are doing excel, or perhaps you're burning the midnight candle in terms of giving up your 100 hours or 10,000 hours needed for you to excel, this is what you need to address. Self-sabotage, first of all, starts with the mind. It proceeds with your speech and then it follows up with your actions. I'll give you a clear example. You started up the first business venture, it did not work out as it should. All of a sudden, you have a mindset that perhaps you're not good at what you're doing. By virtue of having that mindset, it also reflects in your speech. Why do I mean by that? You say, oh no, perhaps people who ventured into this business never excels, and so for that reason, you don't even bother. But allow me to tell you that if you're going to excel, you have to conquer self-sabotage. And how do you do that? Number one, you must first of all be self-aware. In other words, what are those triggers that proceeds you to be self-sabotaging? Once you're able to identify these triggers, perhaps it could be the fear of failure. Also, it could be the fear of success. Or also, it could have been the fear of disappointment. You've started off several things and the people you started off with at some point in time abandoned ship, and therefore you felt betrayed and neglected. All these things could be triggers that could activate self-sabotaging. Secondly, if you're going to conquer self-sabotage, you must be willing to have a growth mindset. In other words, when it comes to growing, growth comes with pains. And if it's going to grow or you're going to grow, it must be painful. But appreciating that with pain comes growth, that would help you to manage self-sabotage. But also, in addition to that, surround yourself with mentors. People who are going in the same direction, or people who have been to where you're going, because when you understand that the path that you're on, they have been through that same path, it serves as an encouragement or as a testimonial that you're not just only on the right track, but you're also going to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And so for you that is doing something remarkable, or you're hoping and anticipating for a remarkable outcome regarding what you're doing, I want to cheer you on. At least if there is no cheerleader surrounding you, let me be that cheerleader to encourage you that you're doing the right thing. Keep at it, keep going, but don't allow self-sabotage to abort the beautiful thing you're about to give to the world. But until next time, keep being the best of you, and God bless you.